Alright, time to start some 2D puzzles today. You and the elf eventually reach a gondola lift station. I'll take you up to the water source, but as far as he can bring you. You go inside. It doesn't take long to find the gondolas, but there seems to be a problem. They aren't moving. Ah! A slightly greased elf. A weird king, but I don't judge. With a wrench and a look of surprise. Wasn't expecting anyone. The engine part seems to be missing. Sorry. An engine part seems to be missing from the engine, but no one can figure out which one. If you add up all the parts numbers, it should be easy to work out which one's missing. Which is technically true, but a visual representation of your engine. Yeah. Go back to Greg Tech. A visual representation of the engine, lots of numbers, you don't understand. Any number adjacent to a symbol here, even diagonally, so that's 8 adjacency, is a part number should be included. So this is a number. And so is a part number. Oh, boy. This is a fun one, because it also involves multi... Like, what you call that? Like, multi... It's like multi-cell numbers. So what do? We just iterate over every position. Check if a number starts there. Which we can do by checking if the previous is either a new line or an empty cell. Anyway, first we should read it into an array, which is fairly easy, because we just do like field equals line dot strip for line in open the input slash D3 tests. And because they're strings, we don't actually have to worry about indexing. The thing is, I wanted to say, it's easiest to parse them while they're strings like this. So we can just split them on non-numbers. I have an idea here. So what I want to give is every number a value, as well as the positions that it occupies, because that'll both allow me for like horizontal numbers if they might happen, which I don't think they will, but they could. That could be part 2. That should then be just a fairly easy check, changing my logic. Actually, that's just transposing the whole thing, so I don't even have to worry about that much. For line in field. Let's do this real quick, just so I can get a... This always helps me get a little bit just of a visual idea. So then we want to do... we should just use regex here. Just /d plus. That's probably easy. How does Python regex work? I've been looking at it so much. What is it, like line dot... there's needs to do re.compile or something like that. Fuck. What was it again? Yeah, I can just do re.search. Let's find all. And then we want to do... Let's do, what's it, /d bar. That should be it, right? Comma line. Oh, no, can we find all documentation? Patterns, strings, flags, yeah. Missing one argument. What do you mean you're missing an argument string? Oh. Because that's why. Why is it giving me the empty finds as well? That's kind of weird. Isn't there a way to get rid of like all the empty matches? Okay, but what if I do for... I'll do a pair of which will then be int position. And then I'd want something like the list of all the coordinates that it has. So we have to do enumerate. Because we kind of want to get all the adjacent cells, but of course depends on the... Because what I could then do is basically iterate over every single position. And then just check if there's any symbol around. It's kind of trivial. But this logic is a little annoying because we'd have to do something like, so this would be x comma y, because this would always be x comma y. That'd be the position. But then you'd have, you know, it would be log a function? Fuck it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a log function in native, but I don't give a shit. Just gonna use NumPy for that. It's fucking logarithms, I don't care. And then we do want to do x plus I. And please print numbers so I can just look at the last one that's been added. Oh yeah, it's a venv, so I don't have NumPy installed. So this should, for every number, give me a pair, which I can just iterate over and just do some boundary checks. I think... Oh, I normally use like a default dict for that, right? That's kind of my standard thing, because then you can just, if it's not there... whatever. Cannot be interpreted as an integer. Yeah. Nested calls, baby. What do you mean it can't be interpreted as an integer? Oh, because I need to cast it to an int. Fuck it, just do this then. What are you complaining about? Oh, because I'm doing it in the wrong place. What do you mean? What do you mean? Fine. Nice. No, it doesn't do it. So interesting. I thought you would actually. Is there a way to do Python log easier? Yeah, do math. I think that might be a little easier. Because then I can just do, I think that's a little more bare. What are you complaining about? Supports index got float instead. What? Oh, and that's then, yeah, then I just add round, which I think should return an integer. Method logs a float? Yeah, of course it is. Oh yeah, I can just cast to int. This is also better. Okay. But why do we still get this? Like, am I stupid? So what is it, 467 or something? Whatever. Wait, what's the default log that it does? Oh. Yeah, no, that explains it. Because it does a fucking natural logarithm and not a... There you go. And then we need to do round up, but I can just do +1. It's like, why is it so much? Yeah, natural logarithm makes more sense. Yeah, so now we get 3 positions for each. So there we go. And these are just all the parts numbers that it's found. Yeah, it's only 2 for this. Perfect, perfect. 0, 0. Yeah, all right, that's all good. And then we just do for a number, we'll do val, comma, position, pos in numbers. I know, right? I mean, that's just quick maths, baby. All right, so now we just need to do for p and pos, for offset in need to do nice. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is really one of those things that I should just write properly sometimes. Not yet, indeed. I mean, I should have enough time. That's all the -1s. So we do 1, 1, -1. What's it then? 1, 0, and then we need to do -1 and 0, 1. Oh, wait, and then I need to do... No, that's fine, because I already put my position. Oh, in theory you can just check above, below, and then left and right. That would be better. I don't care. And here we do x, y. Oh, no, let's not do that, if you don't mind. God damn it. This is disgusting. I already hate this solution. He just imported maze. Jesus Christ, that's pathetic. All right, so now we're in bounds, and we just check if I think it's just a sum, right? Yep, sum. How do I check if it's not a digit and not a dot? I can make it two end statements, but I don't want this. Not dot is digit and hell yeah. Equals is, I think. I think this works. Yes, I realize this will add it multiple times, so we need to break. Oh, we just do it this way, right? I don't care. Okay, first of all, yeah, just fix the reformatting for me. What are you complaining about? Oh. Wait. Are you complaining that you made the indentation too long? Like, I'm sorry, dude, but that's your fault. Alright, what are you complaining about? Y plus dy, list index is out of range. It needs to be this, right? 4475. That's not correct. That shouldn't change the result anything though. Okay, so what's it doing? Alright, how about you print numbers, comma valid. Sorry, val. Yeah. Everything's true? That's interesting. So for 5/8, how is it true? X plus dy. Because it needs to be both inbounds, that's fine. And then it needs to be not a digit and not... Okay, what I can do, I think... Set a conditional breakpoint to be val equals 58. So now I can just quickly debug this. Alright, so what do we have? Okay, so... Shouldn't it... What? Oh. There we go. There we go, 58. Yeah, I mean, I've done that before, like writing A-star pathing, and it's super useful. Where are we? 7885? 7585. Wait, how did I write it down? Yeah, X plus Y. Yeah, because it's in the last characters. The last one is 9. Yeah, okay. So now it's checking top left. And now I can also do this. What? Okay, what the hell do you mean this was true? Because now it's querying. So let me see. Fields y plus dy x plus dx is a dot. Oh, I do double negation here. There we go. Now it's working. 4475? No, it's still not correct. Nice. Which ones are not? 114 is also considered to be true. I can just step through this myself. There we go, 114. Here we go, now it's true. Can I? Damn it. It's a star. Why are you a star? Because your values, yeah, 114. Okay, so that's not correct. So what's your x and y at the moment? 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Why is your precision so low? That makes no sense. Oh, I know why. It's because in the original one, it actually skips the actual x values that it's not considering. So if we go like here, see this line, it's not correct. Fuck. God damn it. Can I show you real quick? What's the issue here? Yeah, we can just go here. See? So 0, 1, 2, 3, this makes perfect sense because this one, the length isn't right. It doesn't, you know. So this is not 0, 1, 2, 3. It should be the length of everything before it plus this, which is very annoying. There is a way to do this, which would be to sum all the lengths of the things before with a minimum of 1. It sounds very annoying because this would be 3, this would be 1, 1. Yeah. So it wouldn't even be its current position, it would just be concat the stuff before, but they gotta not be... Jesus Christ. Can I just do length? No, because length... Because len is 0. I know what I can do here, but it'll be disgusting. Because this will work. This will be 3. So then I basically do something like xpos equals sum of, you know, len. Like what shall we do? Just do a number. I don't care. If. So do 1 if a equals this, else len a for a in... Oh, Jesus Christ, because then I'd have to get this again. Up to X. Yeah. Can you show me print numbers real quick? Oh yeah, of course I need to then actually chuck that in here. 4361. This is one of those that's really annoying because it can easily work while you actually have failing code still in there in your examples. So this is definitely not guaranteed to be correct. And it is, though. Find the missing part and installs it as the engine springs to life, jump in the closest gondola. It doesn't even going very fast. You pick up the help phone and see what happens. It's just you look at the window, there's such an engineer holding a phone in one hand and waving the other. The missing part wasn't the only issue. One of the gears in the engine is wrong. A gear is any star symbol that's adjacent to exactly 2 part numbers. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Find the gear ratio of every gear and add them all up so the engineer can figure out which gear needs to be replaced. Yeah, I see. Adding up all of the gear ratios produces blah blah blah. Oh my god. That's so fucking annoying. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a list of every single... Oh god, no. So getting all the gears is trivial, right? We already have the position of every single number. So we need to just check if it's adjacent to 2 of them. If any... Yeah, no. This actually isn't too bad. So what do we do? Because we don't... Oh, God. Oh, hell yes. I know some really... Okay, this is going to be disgusting, trust me. So gears will just be a list of positions. We don't care. Then we'll have, like, all positions. It'll be a set. And, oh, this is going to be so disgusting. No, we could just make it a reverse lookup. That's actually not that bad. That's actually really not too bad. So, okay. So what we'll do is we'll just have... wrong screen. Fair point. So first we'll do positions. And we'll make that this thing, because I want to work with it twice now. And we'll do position equals int position, just so I can clean up my own code a bit here and it'll look slightly less disgusting. Okay, so position is like the value, so we'll just make that val, because that's just cleaner. All right, and then what we do is we will have for pause in positions, all positions Pause. Ooh, is this even allowed? No, they have to be sets. This has to be set comprehension. Because mutable things aren't allowed as dictionary keys. It would error out. So what do we now have is... yeah. And now... So this will be not re-result, but it'll be parts result, because it'll be parts. And then we just do gear. I mean, this is basically just iterate over every position to see if it's a gear, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, okay. Oh, this will be lovely. Hell yeah. So we have an X and a Y. And we now need to do this. And we basically go if... we'll do something like, whatever, like... let's call this all parts. And we'll call this all positions. Equals all parts dot, what is it? Keys. And this needs to be made into a list, because that's easier, I think. Let's revert this back to tests real quick. We just do if x plus dx, y plus dy in all positions. Is it always only ever connected to 2? Whatever. Then we have a ratio. Oh, I need to store the other one anyway. Doesn't really matter. So do we sum all the ratios or multiply them together? No, we all add all the ratios. No, I mean all parts. Unhashable type list. What? Shouldn't that be... Oh, yeah. There we go. What's the right answer? No, it's definitely not that. Print 1, comma... There we go. So yeah, 4, 6, 7, and 3, 5. But why is it saying 2 positions? Oh, because no. What? Why? How's it finding? Because this should only execute for one gear position that iterates all around it. Because it first should find the 7. And you can do it like this and just not have it print 1. I can actually have it print 1, but like this. So now it'll, you know, tell me the first time it finds something, which is 4, 6, 7. That's correct. At 2, 0, which is correct. But then why is it finding it? Oh, because it finds, of course, it finds the number in both positions. So once we find this one, we just break. Yeah. Because once we found the second one, no, this can still error out. Else, oh, it needs to be not in the same number as before. What can happen is that it's like twice the same number. Then it'll my code will bug out. I can add it by having just an ID added to it. Oh fuck it, yeah, just do that. ID equals -1. I don't give a shit. No, because no, that won't work. How do I know it's the right one? I can do that by having this also includes an ID, which will just be, yeah, here we go. Is that a, I mean, that's technically also true. Fuck it, we just do this. Because in here, it'll just be 1, ID, 0, just for debugging's sake, and then you do, yeah, just do 1 ID, else, if, yeah, because we already found one. If oh, we can just do this, right? Yeah. No, this won't work. It's a little clunky, this, but give me the same. What? What are you on about? If K2 is all parts, they just need to not be the same. But can you print all parts for me, please? Oh, I'm stupid. Now it should work. Yeah, there we go. Never actually increment the fucking... That's not the right answer, it's too high. God damn it. Alright, so the test input was correct, right? 467, yeah, it's whatever. Because it identifies... Yeah. This is a gear pair, this is not a gear pair, and this one is another gear pair. Oh, this is gonna be fucking magical, isn't it? There's so many fucking gears in there. Yeah. Wait, is it only... Let me see. Exactly 2 parts numbers. Yeah. And now if it finds a third... Yeah. I see the issue. There's 3 of them at some point. So basically we need to have a little list of parts. We still need to do this, because we need to keep track of what their IDs were as well. But what I can just do is just... Yeah, fuck it. Just do it a bit like this. Yeah. No, we can reuse a bunch of this code. It just works. So we just do like val equals ID, and we just do if ID not in IDs, parts dot append val, and then hold over here at the end if len parts equals 2, ratios plus equals parts 0 times parts 1. Good old advent of reading comprehension strikes again. That's not the right answer, it's too low. God damn it. Can you print X, Y, just so I get an idea of what's going on here? Parts, IDs. Oh. I am, like, impressively stupid. Like, this is... It's interesting how stupid I can be, but this is the exact same answer. Wait, so we get... Yeah, this is fine. We get a value on an ID, and then we check if it's not in IDs. And if so, we get the parts, we append the value in IDs, we append this. And here, I still see the same value. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. The issue was that they, different positions were getting the same, we're getting different IDs because I was incrementing it in the wrong place. This is an absolute disgusting program, like holy hell, it's impressively garbage. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. Maybe you actually want one of the answers to be printed, though. Wait till you see mine. I do not doubt that it's just as horrible. I think there is a way to get like adjacent things more easily, which would be nicer. It would, in theory, simplify this logic a lot. It's worse, but is it faster? Who dominates the Delta T? It's once more me, 'cause I'm just that good. Actually got a 4. Oh, could have had that bronze star. The thing is, where was the evening stream? I was busy playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my girlfriend. And I had to eat at 9 after and then write a poem and do some painting for Sinterklaas today. So that's where the evening stream went. Anyway, else did it after Jax? Oh god, no, we have to go to the site again. No! One second. Anything else interesting here? Not really. I'm not sure who this is. I did share my code with someone yesterday, a friend of mine who couldn't figure it out, and I told her about the leaderboard as well, but I'm pretty sure she has an account. Could be that she just doesn't want you weirdos to know her name. That's also possible. Because she couldn't figure it out at all, so it's possible she used my code to do that. Wait, does this mean that... I'm still number 1 here. This is the only leaderboard that matters. Now where were we? I want to check my code again real quick. So it works, that's all nice. Do we just get the clean 2-line output? No, because I do print line here still. And then I do also a print... Oh yeah, I need to print the actual parts and not all parts. Yeah. This I'm pretty sure can be done cleaner. Is there a way to get like adjacencies real easy, like 8-point adjacencies in a Python string? I imagine there isn't. Does your delta also include making tea? No, because I make my coffee before I start my stream. I don't like this line because you could, like, if you do a better bounce checking, you can just let go of all of this. Let's have you all the way here at the end because that's nicer. This is fine. You can probably also do that here and just have a list of all the gear positions, but it's like, this is technically like what O cubed? No, it's not O cubed. It's just 2 times O and squared, and we don't care about the 2. I folded the 8 points into a string and ran a regex. Yeah, but then you're still doing the indexing, right? All right, let's take a look at your... I mean, so... I'm not sure if there's a better... The issue here is fully that a number can span multiple positions. So you need to have a way to keep track of which number is at which position. And you can't just do... That's what the pitfall that I ran into with this. Having to do this. That's some... Oh, Jesus Christ, my dude. But yeah, so the difficulty comes from having to... You can't just check a single position. If they were all 1-digit numbers, this would be a trivial day. Because there would never be any type of overlap. But because a number can span... Like, it occupies space, which makes no... Well, I mean, it's a part, so I guess it makes sense. But, like, the number... can't be identified as such. You need a way for that ID, you know, for your code to know this is the same number across multiple positions. And that's kind of where I was going with the whole, oh, maybe part 2 is like vertical numbers as well. Because then you can't just check, is there a number before, and then it's the same. And technically occupy a 3x7 matrix for solving. Yeah, adjacencies. I mean, so in theory, you can reduce the checking, like the amount of things you're checking, very easily by just checking the top, the bottom, and then the 3 side bits or 2 side positions. Which is something that would probably be useful if you have like a massive field with very, very long strings. Because technically you're overlapping up to, what is it, 6 out of 8? Like if you go to infinity, you're always like double checking 3/4 of any input. Because you have both the left 3 and the right 3 that are either a number. If your string is infinitely long, it's either a number or it's already getting checked by something else. I guess technically that means that only 3 out of 8, or no, 4, the left 3 and the right middle one are always superfluously checked. Yeah, so it's 4 out of 8. So 50% of your checks are completely superfluous. Perfect. What was your delta? I know you guys can't see this now. I don't care. I'm just going to go quickly see. Nice. 8 minutes. Well done. You missed me solving the whole thing. No, you did a better delta time than I had. That's pretty good. I mostly did the elementary thing. Did I miss anything worth watching? Not really. Me debugging a little bit, realizing that I had a double negation here. I don't hate these 2D puzzle maps at all, but they always call for like making of it's what I did in Erlang. It's like make a few functions to like load in a field into a dictionary, because I prefer just having a default dict, because then you never have to deal with out of bounds if you make your field that. But because we're doing strings, I don't know. Yeah, so in a default dict, you don't have to at all. You just make it like a default dict of -1. So you do like whatever, field equal default dict -1. And then you just check if any output is -1. -1 would be a none, or you can do a none as well. And then you just throw in your keys. They just have to be sets and not lists. Sorry, sets. They have to be lists and not arrays. And then without option T. I mean, basically. But you can get around it very easily by just using default dicts. Like, there's... I thought it was going to be easier, but in the end, like, my reject trick kind of bit me in the butt. Because what I do is I just do rejects to find the whole digits. The issue is that it turns a string like, 1, 2, 3 into... like a list where you have 1, 2, 3, then nothing, 1, 2, 3, which means you can't recover, like, say, the x coordinate of this one by just going off of the index, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It should be like 6. That's why I need this disgusting logic to, like, get the right x position instead of just being able to use x, which means I can just, like, discard that. Right? Doesn't complain now, which means we can just remove the enumerate as well. Yeah, so we just check if it's not nothing, because that's really nice. The recovering of the numbers was trivial with this. I wish I could do this more easily, but there is no way to cast it to int quickly. I could do that here, but I'm not sure what int of nothing actually is. Does it go like normal? Like, does it just Yeah, it just, you could do a try catch, but like whatever. Oh no, we do need the X. Because of course that's our boundary check here. And this is the way I did all the positions. So this is your basic, and then you do a logarithm to find out how many digits your number has. This threw me for a loop because it first gives you the natural logarithm if you don't specify 10. So I was like, why am I getting these massive numbers? And it's like, oh, it's doing of E and not of 10 plus 1, because log 10 of 1 is 0. So you got to do a plus 1. And then we just keep track of all of our all of the values and all the position that value occupies. So that way we can easily check later if there's anything there. And then we also do a reverse one where for every single position you find, we record which value is in that position and what ID that value has. Because I'm like 99% sure it's somewhere here there's two values that are next to each other that are the same. It's possible that's not the case, but I'm like pretty sure it is. We increment the ID for every part we find. So that's fairly easy. If it was doing C++, I could just do this, but unfortunately... Is that valid syntax? I have a feeling it's not, because it breaks everything. Why are you... Oh, because I redefine parts here. Okay, damn it, I do need that here. Sloppy. Regardless. And then we just check if any of the parts are valid by just iterating over every position it can occupy or it occupies, and then all the adjacent cells. Check if they're in bounds. Check if they're not another number, and then check if they're not a dot. And if so, then they're valid. You could break here, but it would only break this loop, and it wouldn't break the other loops. We don't really care. I think there's another way to do it. But, I mean, yeah, with a better field, you can probably do something... Like, I should really write a little... Rewrite/write another little library to do this sort of stuff for me. Yeah, you can do like an if valid break, like it's trivial, but then you still need the valid statement to signal that you're actually wanting to break out of the loops. So it's, you know, potato at that point. And then part 2 is just check where there's the gears. And then if so, iterate over every adjacent position. If it's in all positions, which means that it's a valid, which is just all of the positions that have a number, recover the value and ID. If it's not been found before, append it to both, and then if it's 2, then to something. Because I got caught a bit before where there were three values next to a gear. You can name each loop. Oh, that's pretty neat. It feels like it adds a lot of bloat though, but I mean, whatever. Which pitfall did I have here? Yeah, the biggest pitfall was this. And then I had to add the IDs after as well. Because I realized that I don't think we encountered this, but I already saw it coming, like, yeah, it can have multiple, it can detect the same number, of course, if it's like below 1 and not on a corner. Like, can I easily, if I add like this, right, you know, because then it would find this number twice and this number once. I could also just say, just don't care, and then remove duplicates, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, at some point there's gonna be the same number twice next to one, to a gear. And then you wouldn't be able to do it that way. Same with, like, you can't simply check if the last value is the same number, because there is a chance that it'll be, you know, the only number found for both, for, like, it'll only find it once, whatever. It's a bunch of things that I think I sidestepped, but I'm not sure if they actually popped up. But, fairly happy with it. This can be better, but I really need to rewrite. There's no same number twice, but I take that into account. It works. So I think my code is better. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, this is one of those things where I realized I just need to rewrite another. Like, I already should have it from previous years to have like a map class, because I remember I remember making that because we had to do A star like multiple times, and it's one of those annoying things where only like the second time you encounter it, you really need to do it. Can't steal mine. I prefer writing my own because then I know how it works. I usually do kind of steal A star, but A star is so fucking trivial these days that, like, I've written it probably like 3 times. I could, if A star works in this one. Only possibly wrote the previous AOC in the same language. Yeah, but I've done Python before, so I would have that. Of course, I can't reuse my Erlang implementation, but I don't think I did A star in Erlang because I didn't finish that year yet. I went back to it at some point last year, and then I realized that I would like. I think, of course, it's not impossible to solve any of the days. But. Words. It was becoming really painful, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. All right. Let's see. We have Aftish who solved it. Well, solved it. Our dearest buddy, Jack, Hamster solved it as well. Fusion solved it, and I will not grab the brain damage one. Soon. Fusion, Jack, Aftish, yeah, and Nyx. There we go. Let's first go look at Fusion's garbage. First, yeah, I would appreciate that. How many lines? What the fuck, dude? How many do I have? I've got 54, and I think that's already too much, and this one can actually go away. Just 200 lines. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, what do we have? Slight code bloat, just a little bit. Need to answer. There we go. You're paid, man. Anyone else? Oh yeah, no. Alright, nothing. Let's go take a look. Check parts. Okay. X, Y. Why is Y? I know why you do this, but I hate it anyway. Very light. Yeah, but I think module, like, if I write module code, I would prefer it to be readable. So if I would write that, sorry, if I would write like a little class, I would also like make it more readable. I like this. So what do you do? Yeah, so wait, what the fuck? Oh, this is garbage bounce checking. Second best delta. Oh, you beat me? Darn. Yeah, you beat me by like 3 minutes. Why did I take so long? Am I losing my top spot? No, but I'm getting closer. Oh, because that's at the IDs shit, and that took a bit of time. Yeah, I mean, the bounce checking is fine, right? It's basically what I do. But I mean, no, I kind of like this one a little more. Why did you add a space here? There isn't any spaces in there. It's kind of disgusting, to be honest. I guess my code is technically also 2 lines, basically, because I've got 1 line with the hard-coded 8 points adjacency, and then 2 checks to see if it's inbounds. So it's like functionally equivalent. Then running rejects is like, yes, it works. It's also horribly disgusting. Because you're like, you use a fucking regex engine to just check if any of the characters are... So this is the horror part. If you already query the individual positions here, just do a check if it's a digit. Okay, it's not like, is digit? Or like, is this? It's disgusting. It's horrible. It works, but it's massive overkill. Alright, let's see if there's exactly 2 numbers bordering. Okay, see, you actually can read the assignment, because I can't. Yeah, do your adjacency checks again. Check if there's a number in there. Oh, nice, you do rejects again. Oh my god. What do you do here? Alright, for each index, yeah. I hate this so much. Why? Because again, you iterate over all the positions already. Oh my... I don't like this. And then iterate left and right to put to 2 tiles. Could fail with larger numbers. This is like, it's barely held together enough to actually function with the inputs, because there is a chance you could get higher digits. I mean, they probably won't because of the multiplication limit, and they don't want stuff to get too stupid, but... You have a fucking is-digit check! My man! What the fuck are you doing with this, then? Oh my god, yeah, sure you did. Oh my god. And then you need to do string addition to make sure that you actually do that properly. And you're right. Oh, good fucking god. And do you do a... Oh, you do a... Okay, this is a plus. That's kind of why. So that's fair. So that's how you get around the... Maybe they are multiple numbers. Which I guess is fair. I still hate it, though. Wait. Oh my god. And they need to do more checking to see... Oh, because they're corner cases. This is so horrible. Oh, good grief. I hate everything about this. And this is just... It definitely works. It shouldn't, but it does. Find them contains to find the end of the number or line, yeah. Why do you not just use... Okay, here, this is a place where not using rejects would have been better. Because you sidestepped the issue I ran into with the whatchamacallit, with the index of X being not great. That's all fine. Yeah, like, this logic is fine. This is clunky, but it sidesteps an issue I had, so it's like not the worst. Not that said, my logic is obviously better. This I hate everything about it. It's hot garbage. Alright, let's see what Hamster cooked today. 70 lines, it's not bad. Do you think you could read it if I didn't write comments? It definitely would have made some things more difficult to see, like what you're doing here. I think... No, because here it's like not immediately clear you're working with two different numbers, because it's very easy to... Because this logic looks very similar to this. So no, I actually think I would not have grasped it properly. Let's see, what do you do here? No, it's the same logic, but you do it on two different numbers, and that, like, mul1, mul2 is very easy to read over. So then you could think, like, why the fuck are you doing the same thing twice? Hard coding the special characters, that's fair, but also a little bit of a folly, I would say, because they never specify what it has to be, right? I think they just say, yeah, a symbol, but they never specify what is a symbol. They just say that... okay, I think that's actually an issue here in the logic. They should specify it's either... You didn't want to think about a dot, fair. I mean, that's what I did as well. Sort of. Well, actually, no, because I just did end is not digit, end is this. That's, I guess... Yeah, because I just did it in this way. Or empty space. Yeah, but they never specified there would be empty space. That's... I kind of read it that a period is always indicative of empty space. But I guess that's also why you included the C fusion. Oh. Why would you do that? Why would you, what's the point of replacing it? Oh well. At least you didn't reverse these two calls, that would have been funny. Because fuck, there's no difference between either a period or a space. It's like, they're equivalent. Yeah, so you do the same logic that C-Fusion does. Although, I guess here you also could just include the logic of bounds checking with a ternary. But, I mean, I did the same thing. Anything else? If it's in special characters, that I do actually kind of like. I think it cleans up the syntax a little bit. It's better than is digit and check if it's not appearing. So yeah, okay, I see the advantage here. What else do you do? Ah, yeah. So you do the thing that I didn't want to with the double break, conditional break. Substring length. What? Foray. Is it just to get the length of the? That's just to get the length of the number, right? So it's not substring, but number length. Yeah, okay, I see. Which is fair, because that's... I mean, I handled this issue with a lot more... Well, I wouldn't say more lines of code, but less readable code. And yeah, you do the gear positions at once. What's a flag for? Oh, just if there's anything adjacent to it? Cheers there, Nix. See you later. I'll be going through your code and viciously mocking it despite not really understanding it later. That's all perfectly fine. Sure to pass on my teaching to the next generation so people might continue to disappoint you for generations. I'm doing the same. I'm teaching, I'm like, unironically, the first programming most kids doing molecular life sciences will now encounter. Because I teach Python to bachelor students. I should really just fuck with them and go Erlang next year. Oh, that'd be really funny. You can't do graphing. That's kind of the downside. It'd be really, really funny, though. You can either choose easy Python or the Mental Institute. The rest is done fairly easy, because then you've already done most of the work. Yeah, see, we're both horrible influences on our future, students' future. Oh, you do it this way? But you know there's only ever going to be two, so you can just multiply the first two. What? Is less than gear num0 plus 1? What the fuck? Num and num strings. Wait, what do you do here? Oh, I see. It's the coordinate, then the length, then a flag? But do you check this anywhere? Because this would be 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, this is lovely. So here you do for string and num strings, here you do for num and num strings. That's fucking wonderful. Yeah, no, I see it right here, if string 3. But I was looking for num 3 and not string 3. Very maintainable. I love seeing professional programmers in this community writing absolute unmaintainable code. It's not named cancer, so it could be worse. Yeah, this is just coordinate checking. Minus, yeah, if it's in the 3x3 block. So yeah, so you also do. Yeah, you just check if any number instead of what I do, or I just already have a list of any position a number can be in. I mean, if you maintain your yeah, 3 by length plus 2 block. If you maintain your additive code, which would be kind of weird. Also, I wouldn't call your code brute forcing just yet, C Fusion. Not until Eric personally comes in and calls it Advent of Brute Force is it truly that. Yeah, your solution is fairly standard, bit clunky in syntax-wise, but because like I dislike doing this, but then again I also did it myself. Oh, dude, your solution was horrible, like utter garbage. Let's go for afters. Did he do APL day 2? No, very sad. Yeah, so he does maze. Still more lines of code than I wrote, which is impressive. What do you do? You can do them concurrently, but it isn't really. I wouldn't really argue it's a amazing idea because no, it's actually fine, but it just makes your logic clunky because your detection of numbers logic needs to be very weird then. I think it's still possible to do it in a non-clunky way. Press F5, please. Does nothing. Is there not a fucking dark mode for GitLab? I hate this. I've used GitLab before because we use it at university, but I don't remember if the version we use also has dark mode. Anyway. Runtimes also consumed by parsing them up. Oh, true, but like... Oh, no, they're there for sure, yeah. But that's like one of those things that won't really be relevant because for the field logic to be... Because at most you're going to be iterating over your field twice or so. In an an O square manner. So, like, whatever. But strictly speaking, yeah, it does matter. Anyway, get number, tile. So, tiles, XY coordinates. Oh, you run back to see what's the first digit you have. And then same thing. Yeah, while it's a digit. So this just finds the number that's at that position. Big O is important. I mean, I like optimizing for big O, but it's also like I don't want to have to refactor my entire code to obtain. Also, technically no, because you always have to do an n squared iteration over your field because you have to check every position. Like there's no getting around that. And if you do that twice, you're just doing 2O square, and because any integer falls away, it's just O squared anyway. So technically, the execution complexity is identical. I'm pretty sure. That's how that works? Yeah, pretty sure that's how that works. I'm not a computer scientist, don't ask me these things. But something I can open. Day 3 really wasn't that difficult. Also, day 1 is just difficult if you're bad at coding. It's n times m. Yeah, but we could just assume it's a square input. Also, no, because n is simply the size of your input. It's not the x by y coordinates. The reason it's cubed is because you're iterating over it in a nested loop. Actually? Would that change? Because you're... No, because you're only checking every position once. No, actually, it might just be n. Was there a gimmick last year? I don't remember. Did I finish last year? Yeah, last year I did it in Python. It's not even O, it's not even n cubed. I'm stupid, it's just n. Because it's n cubed if for every position we would check every other position, but we're only checking every position once. Yeah, times 2, but that doesn't matter. So it's just n. Because if we change the input to be twice as big, our execution time will only increase by a factor of 2. So it's just n. there are, you could go into the weeds there and take a look at things like number length, because if it maxes out at 3, then you can start looking at things like how do you check the numbers around, like what I was talking about earlier. Anyway, let's go back to Aftish things. Let me check your first. How do I go to all the comments here? I mean, technically it's n times m, but I mean, I don't really like, that's not normal big O syntax. Here we go. No, but I just want to see do3.py. Oh, you just included a quick maze file, which I assume you copied from before. Oh, it's Excel, dude. No, I don't hate myself that much just yet. And this seems all very similar. For, I mean, your range. See here, what I would do here, sort of, maybe, is just provide an iterator from your class that will just give you every single tile by just calling .next. Because if you do that, you can just do for tile in tiles, or whatever you want to call it. And then you can just have the thing that it returns be the x coordinate, the y coordinate, and then the whatchamacallit, the value there. Technically this is something that you could then parallelize, but that's like, meh. Yeah, so this is what I like to get neighbors. But Digi, what's Digi? Digi and yeah, so here, like again, but here you would like to specify either 8-point or 4-point adjacencies, or more. If it's 3D, why simplify this to 2D, my friend? One second. Let's see. I'll check your later comments. Should use maps to reduce the complexity to log n. I'm not sure you can, because you'd have to, because maps don't reduce the complexity at all. You still have to check every single position. There's no way not to. It will always at least be n. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to reduce that when you have to check every single position. Actually, that's not true, or is it? I was thinking about if you have searching a map is log n, yeah, but you need to construct the map first. So is searching a map log n? Like, no, you're right, searching a map is log n, but like, you need to construct the map first. Like, it doesn't, like you said before, reading in the... Yeah, I always said it's 0, at least n. Also, n plus log n, I don't think is that how that works. I think it's always multiplicative, but maybe I'm stupid. I do what you said, I think. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you also pull it out, so that's all. I mean, everything else here seems fairly similar. What do you do for your gears, though? Yeah, that's pretty neat. X for X and tile objects. Because assume tile just dot objects is just... Yeah, anything that's not an empty tile. No, it's not n log n, but I'm saying, like, I'm not sure if plus is a logic thing you do in big O notation. Could be though. In which case, then yeah, you'd be correct. Then it would be at least n plus log n. And digits. So theory of the objects thing, that might be neat, but yeah, do neighbors. If it's a digit. I assume x is still tiles or tiles. X for x and neighbors if it's that's fair. Also, they want you they politely ask you to not upload your input text, because that's kind of like their, I don't know actually what's the logic behind it, but they would kindly request you to not upload your puzzle inputs. If absolute value. Oh, is that just the distance between the two, or what's this for? Because x is an here's list set. So that just gets you all the digits you have. Of just the x coordinates? Yeah, so it just simplifies to the largest value. So it's just ON. Which makes sense, because as n trends to infinity, the O log n will fall away. Oh, second one has comments. What are that? Your comment lists. Can I fuse just the file? There we go. Two apart means gears between two numbers as well. Oh, like that, I see. Yeah, so the x coordinates needs to be 2 apart, because then there's no number on top. I see. 2 different ones guaranteed to have 2 different numbers. Yeah, you check do equals to 2 to check if there's only ever 2. That's fair. So we don't have to include it in the complexity calculation. No, that's fair. I think that's fair to have to ignore that. So then indeed would be log n. The thing is that for a lot of people, loading the data is then intertwined with iterating over it. So then the way you load your data matters a ton. But at that point, I wouldn't even use... Yeah, I'd use a dictionary. But searching a dictionary is also... same. It's also log n. Because for me, I think we all do that. Yeah, but I iterate over it twice, so whatever. Could I avoid it? Yeah, if the first time I just record all the numbers and also record all the gears. Well, and... yeah. Technically, I guess you could just record the position of everything. And then... record the position of everything, and then have them like marked as what part they are, or like number, gear, non-gear, special. I think everyone here did basically the same type of logic. The only thing that's kind of different is how we handle, like the ideas behind it is the same everywhere. How we implement searching for the numbers is slightly different, and therefore this logic at the end is very different. But I don't think there's really... No, I guess my way of doing it with a list of all positions that have a number on them is different. I think I like my solution better, but I'm a little biased. Anyway, let's take a look at bonus one-liner part 1. Ooh. Yeah, but you use your field. This is not a true one-liner. Where do they ask not to upload? It's like... it's somewhere. I was reading over it either yesterday or 2 days ago on Reddit. There was like a post where one of the moderators was like a quote. Yeah, I don't remember, but I know they asked for it. I'm 100% sure. I could check my VODs and find it. It's somewhere on the Reddit, but I agree that it's not very clear. It's also not like why? Because in theory you could just make 20 accounts and scrape all the inputs, but it's also not very difficult to just not do it. Anyway, I like the use of a library, but it doesn't make your one-liners suddenly no longer one-liners. Oh wait, you have of course the newest version, right? Any different really? Yeah, you combine the if statement here, which is pretty neat. Or neat is just better. Oh, and then you have a mode is full. Neato. Yeah. Aftish, this is not a... Oh, diagonal is just the diagonals, but this is not horizontal. This is cardinal. Or also known as 4-point adjacency. I'm sorry, you'll have to fix this. That's a demerit right there. This is just the distance, right? Yeah, it's just Manhattan distance. And there goes your A-star implementation. But does it have... yeah, cost. That's always the difficult part in A-star. What I usually have is like a cost to traverse a tile. I remember that one year where you didn't just have cost to traverse, but also a time cost to switch items. Like you had to equip a certain item to even be able to traverse to a separate tile. That was rough. Because that means you're not just including your normal like traverse cost, which is just edge values, edge length, which is fairly trivial, but you also include like the opportunity cost of switching to a different item and then traversing multiple tiles that could be faster, as opposed to not switching and taking a Manhattan distance-wise shorter path. Couldn't be bothered last year, stuck up north, all that. That's fair. Build the full graph. Just measure, I assume. I like how it says network X compatible because you just import network X. Also, having a fucking import statement not at the top is like, I know why you do it, but it's also disgusting. Yeah, and they just build it. Network X is really nice, but it feels like cheating to me, but it's also like very nice to use. From map.lib import come. Sorry, you never, I mean, yeah, fair. This is almost the only line that I use, but hey. "25% of users have..." What, really? That's like impressive. Where do I see that again? Stats, right? Holy hell. Like, what was that for the previous years? Yeah, way more. Okay, so here we have like what, like 300,000 day 2s. That's rough. All these terrible coders that don't know how to work around edge cases preliminarily. It's kind of sad, to be honest. I wonder if that's going to contribute to like a much steeper drop-off in actual participation. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I think including the 2.8 edge case was maybe a little too much. You know, it's additive code for you. Yeah, no, this one's clean. I like it. It's very little lines of codes, but of course a lot is hidden in the maze part, so... But it's clean. And then we have Nyx's stuff. That's, okay, 150 codes, but like what, like 40 of those are just that shit. Let's see. So a part has a position, a number, which is a vector, so it has multiple positions, and an adjacent symbol. Why is that singular? It could be multiple symbols, you know? What do you do? Hash map. If let sum n, but what is... Oh, equals C. Day 3's gatekeeping participation rather hard right now. Yeah, because it's already... I think we've had day 3s before that weren't that hard. Or that also required, like, mapping. But maybe... I think you're right that day 3 is rather... It requires a lot more boilerplates. The actual logic is trivial, right? Check if there's more than 2 adjacent numbers, and like check if there's 2 adjacent numbers to a gear. It's like whatever. But because I think if they had done just 1-digit numbers, I think this would have been a better day, and not make it either 2 or 3 digits, or make it more digits. I think it would have been better if it was just 1 digit, because that simplifies your logic so much. Yeah, this is just the positions as well as making doing this under times n, you know, multiply the number you already have times 10 because you're shifting over another digit. No, the logic is trivial, but I think like actually having to implement all the extra checking and making sure that like how are the numbers oriented, yada yada yada, that is a lot more work. The friend of mine complained that she took a quick look and said, "Oh, there's arrays. Oh no!" And I was like, "Well, that's gonna be. I think you're gonna have more issues than just arrays this time." Yes, like it's fine because she's like getting back into programming, but it was also a bit like, you know, I'm curious how you're gonna enjoy this year if it's gonna continue like this. And there's nothing wrong with skipping days, but it's not fun. Anyway, yeah, exactly what you know. Flat map, which I kind of like about because in theory numbers will never cross lines. You can just do this and just have, you know, your XY coordinate that's normal. I really like the map props. I love it when they do that because it enforces a lot of, you know, it puts in a lot of like pathfinding issue problems, and I love doing those. Because I like the spatial visualization that they can foster. But this one is just like, it's very awkward logic. Because there, as far as I'm aware, there isn't like a nice, clean solution here. I'm curious what Reddit makes of it, but I can't imagine anything like super magnificent rolls out of it. I like how after also did this, structuring the adjacency maps. I just did this part, and then the two middle ones, because it's easier for my brain. Let's see, so yeah, whilst that's on the map height, so just do Y. If it's a digit, some true, let's use increments. Oh, so yeah, if it's none, then you that's how you iterate over every position. New parts. You give the map and the position, then it figures out the whole number from there. It's kind of neat. Yeah. So I see that Nix used a similar approach to me. He just did slightly nicer boilerplate code. And then you check the parts. Yeah, just a double adjacency as well. And this is neat, you know. You can just like the default text. Yeah, and then gears is also really neat because you can just, you know, check for gears. Yeah, so this is a pretty neat way because you're already iterating over all the parts, but then you just check if there's a gear, and then in the gear itself you do the entry. So it's similar to what I did, you just combine it into one loop, which I think is pretty clean. And then here you can just check if there's only two, and then you just map it with the multiplication function. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I like the solution. But how do you make sure you find the same? Oh, because this is the position of the gear. Yeah, I see. And then to the gear you add a part number, and the part number is just the number, right? Yeah. Okay, so you also don't check for duplicate numbers. Yeah, I think Nix mentioned that, which is like, fine. I would have liked to see that pitfall, but I think then this would have been a very cruel day. A little more than it already should have been. I would have liked that to see more of like a day 10-ish problem, to have like, okay, we've done maps once before already, but without a lot of these pitfalls. Here's like all of the edge cases. Like, just shove them down your throat. And then I also would have, and then if you want to make it even more complicated, like, I don't know, day more like 15 or 16, I also have horizontal numbers. That's why I was like thinking of I could just transpose the whole map. That's what I would have done there, but it wasn't relevant. Let's see what the crazy people over at Reddit can concoct up. Oh, did anyone else post it, by the way? Yeah, Savan did, but I'm not sure. I have his link. I really need to wake up at some point earlier and do it instead of just lying in bed, but I like it. Yeah, that's the thing that Hamster sent already. Oh yeah, gear pairs, part numbers, and then nothing. This is like happens a lot. If you look at it afterwards, then you go like, oh, I could have done this like this way and it would have been fine. this is one of those, yeah, it's like, should the input contain all the edge cases? Ideally, yes. But it would also, you know... I don't know. On the one hand, I like when there's more edge cases that you should think about, but it's also, it can be very cruel depending on how... yeah, no, exactly, like how obscure are the edge cases? And I do prefer putting all of them into tests, and then have the actual input be a test more of like, is your code robust enough to work with large inputs? Which makes sense for like the problems where it's like, do the test input 10 times and the actual output like 1,000,000 times. But yeah, I don't know. Hey, here's probably a sample grid that has, yeah, see, that has the 3 numbers. Even has the gears with same numbers here. Negative, nice. Oh, that might be a fun little neat one. Someone might have actually run into. This one? See? It did happen. Why didn't we all have this? Okay, this I really dislike. I think everyone should have the same edge cases in their inputs. It shouldn't be that you can just like... Because this means that some inputs fail on some solutions and some don't, and that's terrible. Yeah, no, Nix as well. Like, that's actually bad. Like, I think that's not good. I don't think it's actually an issue. Oh well, I'm sure they'll realize that. And this is the Excel guy, which I think is pretty neat. Buddy, if you're just, like these, I would argue these 2D ones are already fairly simple compared to other days. Wait till we do them 3D. She's like buying a lottery. Yeah, kind of. I genuinely dislike that though. That there are double edge cases. Was fully prepared to do. I caught it. I added a lot of logic. Well, not a lot of logic, but I think that also cost me like another 3-4 minutes. Why would you do this? What if this data was something else and I plotted it? Like what the fuck? Like, yeah, you can like add the bounding box and see anything that lies outside of it, but that's like just no, this is stupid. Oh look, the same meme, but again. Ooh, some use 6502 assembly. Why would you do this to yourself? Oh, that was the thing that someone posted on my Discord as well. I didn't realize that was a fucking NES emulator. Oh yeah, that's just a raw bytecode. No, I don't care. This should be the source data. Of course, you need to code in the text as well. I love this. This is so stupid. It's wonderful. Like, this is all just back, like, initialization garbage. Where's the actual logic? That's here's inputs, yeah. See, the funny thing is I think this actually would lead to avoiding the pitfalls that everyone else bumped into, because he probably just iterates over every single position and check if there is a word there. Yeah, the downside of having a single operation per line is that it's very difficult to get an overview of what's actually going on. This is the actual bitwise display of bit digits. Yeah, 8x8 matrix characters. And you can actually see the ones here, just like this is a 2. Oh, so this is a 3, my bad. And this here is a 2. This is a 4, etc. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of people gave up on this year's AOC. I don't blame them. I think that it was just a little... because people on the first days are probably... Like, I saw so many people use rejects. And then you bump into that issue so hard, because it's also... It does occur in the inputs, in the test input, but it doesn't matter. So you will, you know... Same thing with this, with 3.2, where some edge cases aren't present in the test data, so you just walk around them. Fucking APL. Just got a substring. Or yeah, do what I did and just check every single individual position. Or do rejects and allow overlap, because there's like a lot of different languages that allow for that. But I think like a day 1 should be a day that you can solve in the most different ways possible. And I just don't think that happened here. It's definitely not one... Because, like... It's fine for there to be a pitfall, but you should be able to figure out what it is very, very easily. Yeah, day 1 should be trivial. Exactly. It should just be a nice... Day 1 should ideally only check for parsing. That's it. Nothing else. Like, day 2 was a better day 1. Because for me, day 1 would just be, how do I parse in a text file in my language again? You know, because that's why I like to use it previous years to learn how to learn a language. Because day 1 was just parsing, and day 2 was just a little bit of logic, and they, you know, continue that sort of trajectory. I think day 1 and day 3 are just a little too much. Alright, 12 fucking lines. Okay, but you use a lot of external stuff. Great board. It's 12 fucking lines of Python. That's impressive. Because this is just a default dict, which is fine. I did that as well. Or I suggested doing that as well. List means that it's just a 0. It's an empty list of all the parts. But yeah, so these two assumptions. Oh, that's... interesting. And then you find iterate over it as well. So I guess this then also... So this actually gives you the right coordinate then, I guess. So maybe find iterate would be better than find all. Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. Yeah. And this is just all the edges. Yeah, so this is how you do your edge cases. That's probably a typo. Not that I can change this. Oh, I can. It's just just because it's topaz. Wait, edge and because they're sets. Yeah. It was this thing like why the fuck are you doing bitwise exclusive OR, but they're sets. So you check if any of the edge characters are actually parts. And not group 0, yeah, because that's the first number match. That is, I like that a lot. That's very clean. Would it mean it would fail if yes, it would fail if it had duplicate numbers. So this is another one. Or would it? No, because they just do append. Because parts is a default dict and not a default list. But how do you check if it's a gear? You do m.prod, but what is m? Oh, math. Yeah, math.prod p for p and parse values of plunk p. But how do you check if it's a gear? He also hard codes the why hard code this? Why not just do do check with board size? Why hard code that? I don't get it. I'm trying to think, cause no, .append is just a list. Oh, no, that's okay. So this would fail, which could happen if any non-gear part has two numbers adjacent to it. That's the comment that was made under it. So I like this solution a lot, actually. It just makes far too many assumptions, and I'm not even sure this will work on every input. Oh, it makes a shit ton of assumptions. But it just happens to work for the guy's input. But why does row -1... Wait. See. Oh, I see. Actually, that's kind of neat. So what he does here is this is not valid characters; it is valid positions. So these go over the edge, because they go R -1 and R could be 0, could be -1, but it won't be a valid position and won't be in here, or a valid non-part position. So I actually that's nice. That's good logic. And C n.start, yeah. But why does that? Oh, so I guess find iter, yeah, that avoids the pitfall I had with the x coordinate of the n.start. Oh, okay, so I probably could do the same. Yeah, because find all just produces a list. It doesn't actually give you any extra information, so that's why. That's neat. Just pick the symbol type for each part. No, he doesn't care about symbol type at all. He just assumes that only ever gears will have 2 or more. So it's completely irrelevant what symbol there actually is. Like, you could literally replace all of the gears with whatever fucking character you want, because no other thing will ever have. Yeah, there's 2 types. So, like, doesn't matter if it's a gear, it could be a slash, doesn't matter. I like it, but it's also very lucky that it works. Ah, Vim guy again. Neat. Some of this is just bad shit. The fuck is this? Visually selects the 9 characters centered on it. Why is there a Vim command for that? Uppercase digits? What the fuck? I'm sorry. Making a digit uppercase in Vim transforms it into the range A.J. Also, you have upperist letters, by the way. There's a very nice video about that from Tom9. Damn it. There we go. This video was wonderful, and it would allow you to get the upperest number as well. Great channel, by the way, Sucker Pinch. Can highly recommend. Makes extreme dogshit videos. Like, you say we need linear algebra or nonlinear algebra for machine learning? Fuck you. We'll use the inaccuracies in the IEEE standard for floating point numbers. It's disgusting. Anyway, I hate this. I don't understand. More APL horror garbage. Hey, Google Sheets, do it again. A make array is actually pretty neat. I hate rejects so much. What the fuck is this garbage? Assume the input is A. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it makes sense. Because then you can just do substring manipulation. Because otherwise you would have to split apart different cells for the numbers and then recombine them somewhere. Majuscule and minuscule numerals exist though. Yeah, but not in the Arabic numerals. As far as I'm aware, at least. I hate this so much. This is like peak unreadability. Fucking look-aheads are just trash. It was fairly doable. A little annoying, but I got through it without too much issue. Unlike other people, like what's his name? C-Fusion taking 2 hours to do part 2. Or I mean, IFT Clerk hasn't done it at all yet, but the madman uses fucking Fortran, so that's not a surprise at all. It means we also have to take a look at his solution if he has uploaded it yet. Oh god, alright, I'll do that in a second. They do, but historically, that's fair. Now the other leaderboards aren't very interesting. Alright, fucking Fortran. Oh, good grief. Okay, boilerplates. Allocated. What the fuck does that mean? That's just a character array. Fin is probably where the file is located. Why is read 50 now? It used to be 11 or 10 before. I just don't get this. Go away. Unit identifier of the unit connected. What the fuck? It's just an identifier, just like any number, basically. Absolutely horrible. Do the language you've only known for. No, the language wasn't the issue. It's just your logic. Your brain was the issue. Oh, actual input checking? That's kind of weird. Allocate memory for... You assume everything is a dot? What does close 51 do? Oh, you open a different file? Do you read the file twice? Why? I mean, this looks different. I don't fucking know what it means. I can't read this. Like, what does this mean? I do not know, and I'm not sure I want to know. Must have to go. Oh, the bags and bags. No, that took me like what, a day or so, 8 hours. But I actually like stopped doing that and went to work, and then came back and like solved it very quickly after. That's different. This is slicing, I get that, but like, what does ISS do? Look at probably for checking numbers. So how do you do the check around your number here? Ah, so this is, if any, is ISS probably some like, is it a digit or a valid character? You've removed the one-liner, the almost one-liner statement. Thanks, babe. Glad you named it Cardinal. Appreciate that. I mean, we call it horizontal actually makes no sense, but of course I understand what you mean. Yeah, this just makes me realize that I really, really never ever want to write Fortran. How was it today? It was fine. Another issue with the whole day had issues with edge case presentation and complexity. I think it's really the problem description is fine for day 3, but the actual execution is just a bit much. I don't know if you've taken a look at the issue, at the problem, but it was identify numbers, see if they're adjacent to a non-digit, non-period character. If so, they're a valid part. If a gear asterisk is adjacent to 2 numbers, if an asterisk is adjacent to 2 numbers, it is a gear, and multiply the 2 numbers together and add them all together. Trivial description, but a lot of edge cases. And apparently you could make like a shit ton of assumptions and they would just work. But some of the issues only arise in certain inputs, which I think is a bit shit. For example, that a gear can have 2 of the same number. So like just twice 2 next to it, for example. Which I think is a bit... No, I'm not a massive fan of that. Which is kind of why someone made this image, which feels about right. Again, it's purely the... how do you say that? It's purely just that the edge cases are just a bit meh. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I have Sinterklaas to celebrate in a few hours, and I have to do the final touches on my gift. So, I wish you all a nice rest of your Sunday. And I will see you tomorrow when I do day 4. Probably, maybe on time for once. I really need to send a message about a meeting that I need to move tomorrow that reminds me of. So that is good. Anyway, goodbye.